Okay guys, let me show you this, because I guess I made big, and I mean really big. So first of all, I've made this system, which is called grid system, and it's based on the year and the current data. So for example, I set 2176 here, and it will take the position of the planets on the system at this date, and also in theory it should rotate the moon, but at the moment is working yes and not. And for example, if I set 2024, yes, you see all the planets are in line, because it is as it is at the moment. And if we go, for example, so here you see all the planets are moved in different position, so the Earth. Anyway, more than this, the system give me the chance to set the moon. So each each element of the solar system, for example Mercury, which is the second the first planet around the sun, can have moons. And also I can set a spawn point. Oh, they are shooting. Okay. Why they are shooting? They shouldn't be here. Anyway, for example, on Earth, I set the space station, which is here, closer to the Earth. And on Earth, for example, I set some spawn points for the player, which are 1, 2, 3, 4. In reality, they are 8. So let me take the space station. And here we have 8 spawn points for the player. And then in the grid system, so I can set a bunch of moons. I can set the distance from the main planet. I can also set the period of turning around the sun and the turning on itself. And same for the moon, I have the orbit and the revolution speed, which is the rotation of the moon. And after this, I've made two parameters for the cell size. So every cell size have a size of 20,000 meters, and all the grid is about 2 million, which is very massive. But I can also set it much bigger than this. Also, we have the empty cell, which means when you go outside of the grid, which at the moment isn't drawn exactly, I have to fix it. Let me restart it. When yeah, because the grid isn't drawn exactly, because I have a bug which I'm fighting with. Each planet should be sticked inside the grid at the center, because I call it quadrant. So for example, Earth have a quadrant name which is Earth. So when you are inside the quadrant of Earth, you are inside the quadrant of the Earth. But if you exit and get inside the quadrant of nothing, which is empty, then this scene will be loaded and will spawn enemy and stuff like who knows, debris and looting stuff, wrecked ships like this one, and so on. And also about more than this, I've made this class, which is the main class that will spawn the player and the enemy, and also it will use game creator. And so when I'm inside the space station, which you see on the early video, and you get a quest, the quest data gets set inside this global variable. So I store the spawning position for the player, the quadrant, the name of the spawning position, because every spawning position have a name, and also a game object on which is attached another class. And so every quest will have this class, which is this one, and this class will spawn some stuff, which is, for example, quest object, like this cargo here, and also will spawn more stuff like enemies. So for example, this is the main object, and I can set the distance from the planets that are orbiting. So for example, the quadrant is the Earth, the moon is the one, the game object on the scene that will orbit on, the distance from the surface. And then I've made the associated object, which can be enemies or any kind of stuff. So for example, we have the pirates, which are here where you see the speakers, and these guys here, which is this prefab here, have some patrolling points. So when the what are the patrolling points? Questions. Oh, it's far away from here, I guess. So here we have the patrolling points. If it will come back, yes. I have some issue. I still have some issue with the floating point, because I forget another object. So let me fix it. I missed this one. Yes, indeed. So this should fix the issue. And so, yes, indeed. I have to fix the position. Yep. When the object gets spawned, the pirates will start patrolling around the spawning points. And also, if we get here and here, I also made another pirates here, which is another stuff from Space Combat Kit, and this will just spawn some enemies that will attack the player, but this one shouldn't travel so much. I was guessing he will wait. Anyway, also here I've made another array of elements where I can set it, and this will take the direct line from the main object of the quest to the spawning point of the player. Will subdivide the path, and then so you can meet more enemies during the trip to your quest. And so this is it. It's quite cool. I have to fix the moon rotation and some little more stuff, but I'm getting closer. I'm getting quite closer. So I hope soon I will upload on it somewhere the first demo of these things. And also I have to fix I also need to fix the glow and more stuff, but it takes some time, because stuff are quite complex, and more I go in deep and more complex these things become. But the first part of the quest, of the first quest, is quite ready. I just have to fix some small issue, but as you see, more or less everything is working. I have to understand why the guys here are moving so strangely. Looks like they are lagging for some reason. I guess it's because they didn't have they have just one floating object. Why should have much? This one, I guess. Let me see if he stopped lagging while the other. Yes, as you can see. Yeah, I have to put the space graphic stuff toolkit, as it call it, on every object, but sooner or later I will fix this one too. Okay, this is it. I hope you like what you see. Still moving quite strangely. I have to investigate even more, but for the moment this is it. Have fun!